You turn and you see Eldef stood behind you, towering over.
Curiosity got the better of me. It often does.
You need to leave, at least return to a healthy glade. They're spreading. The hearts and the bodies of those who follow me. To stop some, but only some. Come.
June would follow. Spreading, in what sense?
As you move, you see several other figures behind her. People who are mostly brown, natural-looking clothing. They stop in the area, one of them raising their hand, and fire begins to burst out as you begin to torch the glade as you leave.
Are we just gonna destroy the whole glade to get rid of the centipedes?
It's what we're currently trying, but it's probably not going to succeed.
How is Deneful? Have you spoken to him?
Only briefly. I know that they're spreading there as well.
Is it affecting his followers as well?
His follower is David, but he does have a request of David, I believe.
I can bring the message over.
It'd be better
Push,
David to ask him directly.
We'll do so. But how are these spreading into the minds and hearts of the others?
This place isn't truly physical. The centipedes are effectively intertwining with the spirits of my followers, and through them gaining passage elsewhere. I have had to end some who have been too far gone.
I feel like we're dealing with something that's a bit out of our scope. No offense, of course you are above me, but still. How can I aid with this?
I honestly don't think there is a way. I conscripted a fair number of my followers to help me to try to rid of these, but everywhere that we try, they just spread elsewhere.
I do think to every disease there is a solution. Do you think if I would ask other deities for aid or advice along my journey that we might find something that helps?
Some may. However, gods can be selfish things.
Oh yeah, you're all quite like all of us. No offense, of course.
She smiles at that. More alike than you know.
I will try to keep my eye out for any solution. We'll share this with my friends and tell David to visit Deneful. He might need a bit more help if David is all he's got.
Yes, quite. Though at least his realm is different than this. It's segregated. His isolation, ironically, might be what helps him.
Or like containing a pandemic. Any idea what it actually is we're dealing with? I know we saw the big centipede somewhere in the astral space sea realm.
She lifts her head briefly, looking off into the distance. As she does so, she steps both to the left and right and splits into two separate selves. One walks off into the forest, the other one looks back down towards you. I believe a god of sorts. Something that hungers and devours.
Oh, another one, nice, sorry. Do you really think like the whole Celestial Council idea might still be off the map, or should we like try to set one up at this point? Because dealing with two hungry gods is out of my scope.
Dealing with one is out of most. But many gods can become like this. It's just the path of some.
Understandable. But there should be a certain balance to be maintained even amongst gods, right? There should be an opposite end of where knowledge and this astral guy.
There should be. There is, but there isn't.
Do we need to be that other end then? To tip the scales of balance?
You're young. And for now, you're weak. Maybe eventually.
Is there any way for us to make you stronger than instead?
More followers does help. And my devout are already spreading.
Would that not also spread the disease if...
Yes. It could work, or it could prove disaster. I don't know yet.
Should I share this with my friends?
There's no reason to hide it. To them, it's just a story.
Alright. Well, is there anything I can do now, whilst I'm still not woken up from my sleep?
She looks off into the distance again, but this time just simply looks back down towards you. You could join me for a time. It may help calm my mind.
Sure, let's do that.
You enter into a glade different to your own. The colours more vibrant than what you're used to. Small flowers dot the grass, scents waft in the air, and she sits, resting on her side. Tell me more of you, Jen. Tell me your story.
So, born and raised in Antwerp, that's like this place in Belgium. It's really cool. It's a harbor city, one of the biggest in Europe. I have an older brother and sister. They're quite cool, but very different. One is distant, but not unloving. Just very busy all the way, hardworking. Well, they're both hardworking. But, well, there's my grandmother and my parents. We live above the little restaurant. The apartment is above, so that's cool, but also not cool because it always feels like you're part of work. It feels restless. Anyway, I went to this school. No, it was quite multicultural, but I was the only Asian kid, so they often bullied me for that. So yeah, that was actually the entire primary school existence. And I went to middle school, and then it stopped for some reason. And then I found a girl. She cheated on me. I don't know what else to tell. What do you want to know?
It's everything that there is about you.
I was born in the year of the ape.
I would have thought the year of the rat.
Yeah, you would have thought so, but no. I don't know what the Southern link with rats are. A lot of people don't like rats, but I find it sad. So, everyone deserves to be loved. Do you know? Well, I'm gonna tell you of someone I've met, and you would really like him. His name was Mallard, and he's a druid that really loves ducks. I met him like somewhere in Arabella. He was really into ducks, and then I told him about other animals that can fly, swim, and just walk, and he was really intrigued by it. Is he like also a priest or something of you, or does he just like ducks?
Not to me, no.
How many followers do you have? You have heard of Mallard the Duck Druid?
Yes, he does somewhat stick out.
Do you think people think of me as the rat person?
A handful, perhaps.
I like all animals.
I
Like all
did
of them.
know of you stealing some eggs.
We all make mistakes in the heat of passion. A wise man said once, I think.
She laughs to that.
But I'm taking good care of them. One turned out to be a lizard instead of a terror bird. Well, Splinter's actually now taking care of them with Lamte.
You realise it is a lot of responsibility, though, to raise children.
Yeah, I guess. Splinter kind of feels like a child to me. He grew up so fast, so it's weird. No, it's not even growing up, he just turned into something else. Could you do that with the others as well?
He was a different case.
Anyway, so yeah, then middle school happened. I made some friends, studied a lot. But then after that, I didn't know what to do. So I started traveling. And now I'm still traveling. Wait, how many gods are there and how many followers do you have? Who's like the biggest one out there? Who doesn't have any? Is there like a hierarchy to you guys? There should be. There is most likely.
Always is, of some form or other. Followers, I believe, is currently 13,100,398. No, 397.
Did someone just die?
She smiles and nods slightly.
May you rest their soul. I don't know. Wait, if they die, where do they go? Do they go here? Do they hang out here with you then?
Soul joins the glades, becomes part of the glades.
Kind of like you become the dust you were made of.
Yes.
But glade dust, not stardust. Cool. Which gods did you have, mad and stood out to you? Can you think of any that I should reach out to anyway? Maybe find who can help you. Help us.
Though I know many, I would suggest you just see who you find. Make your own cases, not mine. They would respect that more.
That's very different from how things work in our world. I think if the higher up would go and speak to them, they would like, yo, whoa, look who showed up. And if I go, it's like, oh, they send their busboy. Or our gods not like that.
Some are, some aren't.
The good ones would appreciate me reaching out to them. Okay, cool.
The mindless ones would simply ignore you.
You also still talk to David, the one from Drudge's Blade, the Harvest God.
We have exchanged few pleasantries.
Is he being bordered by this or not?
He is not.
And do the people of Drudge's Blade take care of your shrine, or did they just forget it as soon as I left?
A couple have begun to go to it. One child as well.
Child. Kevin? She sounds like a brat.
She smiles at that, puts her hand over her mouth. Yes.
How many Davids visit the shrine now?
One.
David Marston?
David Valeris.
Who's that?
It's an old no. He was looking for a spot to fish when he found it.
I think your shrine would be a good spot to fish. Does Andrea go there, or like Charlotte?
Not as of yet.
What about Alondra? How is she doing?
I haven't checked in on.
Oh yeah, Silly is also...
Yes, he's still moving.
Still? He disappeared like a few days ago.
The item with him is somewhat unpredictable. Was rather damaged.
Yeah. You know, I keep feel something poking me at the side, but there's nothing here. Is that the centipede thing? Are they inside me now?
No, you're quite safe. But it's time to wake up. It's time for your watch. John, wake up.
And June's eyes slowly open and she just stares stressed at Moira because it morphed from Elden to Moira. What the fuck was that?
It's time for your watch. He's dreaming.
I was having a conversation.
Oh, well, sorry. I want to sleep. Okay?
Okay, yeah. Anything happened?
No, nothing really.
Cool.
Whittle with some wood.
I thought you and Brennan were going to separately do the watch.
She smiles and winks. And with that, she goes over to Brandon, snuggles up, lifts his arm, puts it over the top of her, snuggles into him.
Good night. And June slowly looks around. Okay, just gotta process all of that. Let's do some reading in the meantime, and she will read her spell. Scroll for 4
What time's
hours.
considered dawn?
7-ish.
So, for your first 2 hours, give me a perception check.
Okay.
So, your first little watch. You're quite engrossed in meeting your squirrel. The bear occasionally wants scratches off you.
I scratch his back, he scratches mine. That's the deal.
Is it about 6 o'clock at this point, Pete?
It was 1:15 at the end of yours, then 3:50 at the end of Moira's, and now it's 5:15.
So it will be during this watch that they will dissipate.
So, yeah, they're going to disappear then.
So you'll be getting some really good scratches on your back. And roll me perception. Okay. Whilst you're getting these really good scratches, the scratches suddenly stop. You look around and the bear is still there. It's tilting its head to the side slightly, looking down the tunnel, and then it fades away. At which point you do hear the sound of water, rocks moving, and something moving around. After a minute it stops, when you hear movements again, but receding.
Were the movements like the Griffith or like the bat?
You didn't really hear much about the movements, it would be hard to tell. It didn't sound like the same skittering sound the Griffith make.
But it's going away. I spend the remaining time reading but facing the tunnel.
Okay, you spend the rest of the time reading and facing the tunnel. So Brandon and Moira still need 2 additional hours for the full rest. So are you going to do anything? Wake anybody up after the 8-hour mark?
Would it be 7:15 at that point for John?
Yes.
I would just let them wake up naturally. There's no need to be hasty.
David, do you think you were wired up like a clock to wake up on time or not?
He would sleep in a little bit.
I'm going to say he wakes up around about the time Moira and Brandon also have to wake up, so pop us to 9:15.
9:15, okay.
John, do you do anything with that extra 2 hours?
Read.
With that, David, you sleeping in more than you meant to.
That sounds accurate. I stretch. Good morning.
Luna in the face.
Pet her. Good morning, Luna.
She accepts all the pets, her tail thumping against the floor.
Get out of my bedroll. I assume everyone is also awake at this time, right?
Yeah, Brandon and Moira are cuddled up, still snoozing a bit. Kara's awake, Jen is doing Jen stuff.
David would then maybe also read, because he knows if he starts going to cook that Moira and Brennan are going to wake, and he wants them to make sure they are well rested.
Okay then, roll me a con check for both Brandon and Moira to see who wakes up first and how long they're going to be. They're going to have another half an hour, I think. At which point, they will wake up at about the same time. Moira's starting to stir first.
So that would be at 9:45 then?
Yes.
Does David, John do anything with that half hour?
No, just keep reading.
Alchemy genius, David?
Yeah, genius.
Okay, another 30 minutes of silence for John. So Brandon and Moira wake up at roughly the same time you said?
Yep. Moira cuddled into you, rolling around a little bit. She drooled onto your shirt. You wake up feeling the drool. She looks at you bleary-eyed as you start to open your eyes.
And would you look at that? Even more beautiful today.
Shut up, you. So it was poking me in the back all night. She rummages around, moves a rock from underneath her, and throws it. That too.
Okay, you. Let's get up and squeeze the day.
She sits up, her hair a bit of a mess, stretches, her back cracks a little. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. John, I assume nothing was amiss during your watch?
They just disappeared, man. I couldn't even say goodbye.
Oh, yeah, I did say that they disappeared at dawn. I'm pretty sure I said that.
I couldn't keep track of time here. It's dark. I didn't know it was dawn. I was reading and he suddenly stopped giving me back scratches.
Well, I'm glad that we actually managed to recuperate down here.
Oh, there was some sounds in the tunnel though,
But nothing obviously came this way. Okay.
yeah.
Right, so what is the plan today? Does anyone have any thoughts?
Well, since it's morning, we could try and explore the mountain range a little bit more for any more iron. Or we could start heading back.
I would suggest to do a bit of more mining because we do kind of need more resources for the plans we have.
I think, honestly,
Yeah.
out of the two, the coal is probably going to be more useful. I mean, here, for example, we've got copper, which, whilst it has its uses, isn't going to be as valuable short-term plans as the coal is. If we were mining in here specifically, I mean.
Yeah, we need to find another vein.
I think we, at the very least, need to locate an iron vein before we leave here. Ideally, we want to get some, but if it is that we do have to make a return trip, I would at least like to go straight to where we need to be.
Yeah.
You need to visit Denonville, by the way.
Wait, you had
Why?
a conversation with Aldef, then how was the situation now?
Oh, it's fucking terrible. To burn down the place will deal with the centipedes.
What?
Oh shit, why is that happening? I mean, is that just to try and contain them?
Yes, the thing we saw in the astral is basically another godlike knowledge that's just fucking hungry.
Oh great, as if we needed another one.
That's the same thing I said to her.
Like power hungry or?
They just eat away at creation, existence.
Yeah, okay. And I need to visit Denonville because?
These centipedes, they go to the followers of the god, kind of mess with their heart or soul.
John, are you okay?
All that said, I'm fine. I thought I was dying, but it was just Moira poking me, I think. Thought they were inside of me. I was scared for a second.
That does not contribute. I'm fine, but okay.
I feel okay. I just feel stressed out, but that's a mental thing.
I guess the only thing I would say is if you want to visit Denonville for any reason, David, I mean, granted, you probably wouldn't get much more information out of him than you already have, but I think you did mention that you wanted to kind of ask him to be a little bit more specific when he said that he needs you to be stronger, like how stronger in what way. I guess we're going to have to try and look more fully for these stones if the situation is getting worse.
If you do speak to him, give him my and Eldad's best regards, please. Oh, and also tell him I'm gonna speak to other gods to figure out how to deal with this, because some might have the knowledge. The problem is these guys are like power hungry and they eat everything and they've messed up the balance.
If
And now we
you
need to
contact
fight.
other gods, well, that's only spreads the centipedes further, because you're connecting to other deities who also have followers, who also then connect to others.
I don't think so, because David, the Harvest God from Righteous Blade, doesn't have any issues. Even though Eldad did check in with him a few times. But what I was trying to say is there might be gods out there to know how to deal with this. So.
Maybe it might be a risk if a person worships multiple gods. Like if someone who worships Aldef then starts following another god, maybe things could spread that way.
Could be.
Speculation, but it doesn't help us right now.
Yeah.
On a different note, remember when Berthu asked you to make that body of him, and basically asked you to go into robotics? Hypothetically, if you were able to create such a body, that would mean that the body is strong enough to house his soul. Right? And we know he's a powerful being.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
if-
that's accurate.
Create such a body, and worst case scenario, have either Eldeth or Denonville pilot it.
I did mention that Beartu is going to start sending blueprints in my dreams, and just for the use cases that you're putting forward, David, I thought it might be generally useful knowledge to have, so I have been noting things down. I understand a few of the components, but I'm a long way from actually being able to make anything like that, I think. But nevertheless, I think it will come in handy being able to make things like that. But I suppose the one thing I would say is Beartu is a very powerful being, but you're talking about putting literal gods in there.
Yeah, so even powerful. Yeah.
I mean, it depends on just how much like power is a factor. I mean, maybe they can just use them as a proxy. Kind of like the way that Denonville once did with you.
Yeah, it could also be.
So, yeah, interesting question, but I need to learn more before we can make that practical.
Yeah. Right. Guess I'm gonna check in with Deneville now.
If you're going to check in with him, you're probably best doing it now. While we've still got the war and we're relatively safe at the moment, there's no guarantee you'll get a chance later.
David will try and go to the library.
Who's gonna make breakfast if he's gonna do that? I've been awake for 6 hours. I'm hungry.
Figure it out, and then goes.
Okay.